Harry Newman must like a challenge. A year ago, he accepted the job as executive director of Conbit Santé, a nonprofit organization here in Maine that helps to provide health care to people in Cap Haitien, the second biggest city in Haiti. Haiti is a country in crisis, and the challenges of operating there are enormous. But for Perry Newman, they were well worth taking on.
Well, the mission is extraordinarily important. And those of us that have been in nonprofit work, mission-driven nonprofit work, are really driven by the opportunity to make a difference in the world.
And just to make sure that we get the mission right, tell me if this is about it. It is to help the people of Cap Haitien, which is the second largest city in Haiti. It's in the northern part of the country, to help them build a stronger healthcare system with the people there doing most of the work and the folks with Conbit Santé providing assistance and guidance and support. But again, the work mainly being done by locals.
Absolutely, absolutely. You hit it right on the head. It's an organization that is dedicated to the concept of a Conbit. And a Conbit in Haitian Creole is a community effort for a community goal driven by the community. So there's no one person that comes down, for example, from Maine and says, this is how you do things because we have superior knowledge. It's working together to say, what are the conditions that you find most urgent? How can we work together to achieve the goals that you have in mind?
So when Haiti is in the news, as it has been for the last few years, the news is invariably grim. Now, Conbit Santé works with, as we said, the folks in a city in the northern part of the country. It's quite a ways away from the capital of Port-au-Prince, which is where most of the news comes from. But the news that does come out of there is about how the government has basically collapsed. There are really no police to speak of. Gangs rule, lawlessness and violence are everywhere. What are the conditions in the city where Conbit Santé is operating, in Cap Haitien?
Right. Well, it's fortunately for all of us, it's quite different up north and quite different in Cap Haitien. There are not the same situations with gangs, no marauding, vigilantes going through town, and it has the reputation of being a quieter community, and it is. That said, the normal difficulties of working in Haiti continue to exist.
And what are those difficulties?
Right, and in fact, they've been exacerbated by the current conditions. So the lack of a good infrastructure, the lack of reliable electricity, the lack of reliable potable water, the difficulty of getting products in and out of the country, moving about the country, the lack of a functional central government with whom you can partner effectively on a dependably long-term, longitudinal basis. All these things are difficult, and they're more difficult now.
You've been on the job at Conbit Santé for about a year. You've made 3 trips to Haiti, spent a little more than a week roughly on each trip. What did you find that perhaps surprised you?
That's a great point. What I found was, in fact, a great deal of normalcy. Kids go to school during the day, they get dressed up in their school uniforms, their parents walk them to school, people come to work most days without any difficulty other than the ordinary difficulties of getting from place to place. People function in the banks, they go about their daily business, the port is functional, but everything is more difficult now. And the surprise to me was how on the surface things are normal, but how beneath the surface things are much more perilous, I would say, in all respects.
Conbit Santé works with a number of clinics and hospitals in the city. How many people's lives do you touch in the course of a week, a month, a year?
Well, I would say really, thousands in a month. Hundreds are seen for vaccinations and prenatal care, family care. Hundreds are seen in the pediatric ward. Hundreds are seen on an outpatient basis at many of our partner clinics. It's really extraordinary, the breadth and the depth of the reach that the organization, and I should say our partners, really have. It's our partners who do the hands-on work of tending to these people.
Conbit Santé has always relied heavily on support from people in Maine. You're happy to take support from anywhere you get it, but you've always relied on people from Maine. For people who are watching this interview and saying, gee, this sounds interesting, what can I do? What can they do?
Well, I would be committing executive director malpractice if I didn't say, please go to our website, conbitsante.org. And consider making a donation. We're in the middle of a very interesting and kind of fun fundraising drive for the next 45 days or so called Stand with Haiti, Move with Conbit. And we have a number of activities that people can get behind, from paddling the Saco River to climbing the Citadel in Cap Haitien to doing what I'm doing, which is to walk 1 million steps for Haiti over the next 45 days. So lots of ways to help, and the financial support is really the critical thing that we need right now.
As you just heard, Conbeat Santé has been doing this work for nearly 25 years now. To learn more about it, check out the 207 section of our app or website.